here we are again. We are here back in the creative world. I've decided to continue on this project today. I was considering doing UHC, but I figured no, I would much rather like work on this project because it's pretty rare for me to be motivated about a project, and I think this is fun. I actually am enjoying myself so far. It'll probably never be built in survival, like let's be real here, but you know, it's pretty cool. I also don't really know. I feel like what I'll do is I'll get this one once I get this project done, right? I kinda wanna do one that doesn't have any decor and then have one that's decorated as well. So that way, like, because my plan is to eventually sell the world download for this. But the thing is, if people want the world download, maybe they want to use the buildings for something specific that I don't know. So maybe I just make one version that has no decor in it, and then one that has. Hey Viscount, welcome in. Just thinking about how I'm going to potentially plan this out. Because I do plan on selling this world download once I'm done building. Obviously that's gonna take a while. I mean look at it, right? How it continues like that. Here we go. Okay. Wait. Yes, okay. But I'm thinking of doing one that doesn't have any decor and then one that has decor, because then that way if people want like an empty cloud city for something, like I could see someone wanting this as like the town they live in, for instance. Or maybe even like a server spawn. That'd be pretty cool too, you know? Like just spawn in and you're in Falcon City. Or not Falcon City, Cloud City, sorry. That'd be cool. But yeah, I do want to decorate it though, because we were talking about the whole Jar Jar Binks thing. And that's definitely happening. Like, I want that Jar Jar Binks statue somewhere. Now that I remember that, let me actually put that in my notes, because I also know that I'll probably forget. Hold on. Jar Binks statue. Okay. Perfect. Oh, possibly Darth Jar Jar. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to take the notes. Always important to have my notes. An undecorated version would be a good shout. I think so, right? Because then people can choose what they want. So that, like, obviously the decorated version would cost more, but then it would also just be fully decorated, and then people can just buy the undecorated one if they don't want all the Easter eggs and stuff. Let's see. Let me just check my reference. How far down does this thing go? Reference. Let's look here. Yeah, it goes down fairly far, at the very least until this line meets up with here-ish. Maybe I should mark that. Okay, so this is the place where that is. Wait, did I just move a block? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so something like here-ish. Let's see, where are we compared to the... Okay, we're fairly close here. I think this is it, right? It looks about right. Yeah, okay, perfect. So, closing that one up. Okay, so the whole thing is going to go to around here. We're just gonna build a marker here. Ah, man, I hate it when my PC does this. Now it beeps every time I press shift. Hold on. This is gonna get annoying really quickly. How do I fix this? Uh, okay, so now... Okay, now it doesn't do it anymore. I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry about that. That was really, really loud. Oh boy. That was bad. I assume that went, like, loud and clear in my, in the stream there. I apologize on that one. Apparently if you press shift 5 times, it makes that noise and you have to, like, press a little thing. R2 is trying to tell us something? What do you mean? R2. Oh, R2D2. Oh, I was confused. I thought of RO, like one of the people that sometimes show up here, and I was confused. I was like, "What do you mean they're trying to tell me something?" Oh man, that makes me want to like just like record a bunch of that sound. Yeah, I get it. I get it now. I that makes me want to record a bunch of that sound. Just like I don't know, put the sound file somewhere. Like when you go through the video for this place, you can hear the R2D2 sounds like in various areas. I don't know. That would be pretty funny. Oh yeah. I've never seen RO and R2D2 in the same room, so oh. Now that is a point right there. It'd be really funny to send them that message. Just, you know, hey, someone thinks you're R2D2. Got any proof? Can you prove otherwise? You have been suspected to be a robot until you can show us otherwise. Oh, whoops, I'm destroying the wrong ones. Wait, what happened over here? Oh, I see. I just didn't complete this one. There we go. Oh, now I'm trying to imagine, like, how would you react to a text like that? Like, hey, we have suspicions that you might be R2D2 until you prove otherwise. Please send a picture of, like, please send us a picture of your face and your finger pointing at a sign with "I'm a fool" or something to prove you're real. What would you have someone put on the sign? I immediately went to like something that would be like slightly, like a slight insult, but not like too much. Like a sign with "I'm a fool," but it could also just be something really weird like, "Hello, I'm Mr. Potato Head" or something. Gotta prove that they're real, man. Otherwise, you never know. I do have a friend who he came into the voice chat one day, and he was using a voice changer. And he basically came in with a Darth Vader voice saying, "I am your father." And it was so hilarious. Oh my god. I still remember that. Him and his silly voice changer. It's funny though. I don't remember why he did it. I think we were just talking about Star Wars because I hadn't watched all the movies yet, and then I finally got around to watch like the original trilogy. And then I think he was just like trying to make fun of the fact that I had never had that spoiled for me. So he was like, "Okay, well now that you've seen it, I can do this. I can make this funny thing here." I guess it shouldn't be a surprise that someone like me has some crazy friends. It's just great though. I have so many friends that are just incredibly nerdy. It's awesome. So many Star Wars nerds in my friend group. I'm gonna take a look at, let's see. Oh yeah, I already have the marker for it. Good. It does go all the way around, right? Let me just look at the reference again here. Yeah, it looks like it goes underneath as well. Which I guess would make sense, right? Let me take a look from like the same angle as the picture. Well, obviously you can't see it yet, but like, I mean, yeah, that looks about right, that it like goes under there. Because if there is something under this platform itself, under the bridge, it's difficult to see, in which case I might make something here, just, you know, pull that out a little bit more, or maybe I'll just make the building first and have something come out from underneath by the building and then go up here. That way it just looks like a little bit more supported, even though the whole thing is like kind of floating. So I don't know how important support beams are, considering the whole area just like floats. Or I don't know if it floats. I think it's technically connected by the very thin, like, I don't even know what to call it, a thin support beam that goes all the way to the ground through the clouds, I think. But I could be wrong. Although we can very easily make that support beam happen, considering, you know, where we are. I mean, you can't even see the ground from here. So if that is a support beam, we will build it. The question is if it goes all the way down to the ground or not, because we're definitely building that pillar. I'm just kind of, you know, nerd friends are best friends. They really are. Like, I base with Sim and Underminer on 8-bit, and like, both of them are extreme nerds, and I love it. It's great. If I ever need movies to watch, not that I'm much of a movie watcher, but if I ever do need movies, I'll just ask them, like, hey, what's your recommendations? And then they will say Lord of the Rings, because, yeah, haven't gotten around to that one yet. I've heard they're good, but it's like, they're also long movies, and yeah. I have a habit of falling asleep to movies, sadly. I fell asleep during Pirates of the Caribbean when I was watching it with like 5 friends. I guess maybe I could try watching them alone, but then it's just kind of boring. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I would rather much watch movies with other people, but then again, it's also like, what if I fall asleep? Then it's just awkward and embarrassing, you know? First world problems. I think the only part, I believe I watched like half of, not even half, but like some of the first Lord of the Rings movie. I got to the part where he goes, but what about second breakfast? I guess it's one of those, if you know, you know, but also hadn't watched Lord of the Rings until recently, not sure if I actually finished the last film. Okay. Was it good? Like, did you enjoy it? I'm the same way. If it's really long, I can't sit still. It's not that I can't sit still, it's just that I get tired. Like, I will fall asleep. Whenever I watch movies with people, I always warn them, like, hey, Don't be surprised if I'm suddenly just snoring, because I'm like gone. I guess I've never fallen asleep in a cinema, thank God. Not that I really go to the cinema very often, but I did used to go with my mom every once in a while. And yeah, I never fell asleep there, which is a plus, I suppose. Yeah, I guess there is that. I need to figure out about this one. Oh yeah, there needs to be a slab there. Okay, great. Yeah. It was good, and big fan of fantasy stuff though. Gotcha. Yeah, alright, fair enough. I think that I think the best movie I've watched in a while is probably, it's a really old romantic movie called You've Got Mail. I thought that one was really awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like, that's, oh my god. I don't know. There's something with me and like if you tell me that romance is the main plot of a movie, then I am down to watch whatever you throw at me, basically. Because at that point, I'm invested. Like, now there's something that I actually, you know, enjoy and want to watch. You've Got Mail. That's a really good one, though. Was just watching a video where someone mentioned it. Uh-huh. It's really good. Like, and okay, I was gonna call it ahead of its time, but not really. It's not as ahead of its time as I just thought, because I will say it's about like online dating, which is pretty cool, right? But then it's like, I was gonna say that it was ahead of its time because, you know, Tinder and all that these days, but it's not really like that, so I don't know, you know? It's not a dating app in that sense, so, because it is like also an old movie, right? So it's like, yeah, I guess you can compare it to Tinder, but not really. I don't believe in dating apps personally. I don't think that that's how, I personally wouldn't want to find love that way. Not because I think it's like, obviously it can work out and all that, but in my mind, someone you met off of a dating app might fake their personality or like over exaggerate their likeness. Back when people send each other emails. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now emails are like, it's almost like an antique store now, right? It's like, when do you get important emails? Like, yes, there are, you know, like, I have a specific bank email, right? And obviously that one's important. But my normal email is like, no, I don't get things in my regular email, like, ever. Not important things anyway. I get like, you have this notification on Facebook. Like, yeah, I already saw that on Facebook. Like, you know, it's so strange. Like, emails, I feel like emails disappeared very fast. Like, I don't know, when I grew up they were like fairly common still, and then suddenly they were just gone. Like, people switched to like other media, and then yeah, the email was just at this point a remnant of the old days, I guess. Back in my day. Oh, wait, what is wrong here? Why is this so weird? This one's 4 and this is 3 and then 2, 2, 2, okay, and then 3 and then 4? But, what? Why is this one longer? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Technology has moved so fast, everything seems short-lived. Yeah, look at iPhones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, look how many iPhones they release, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm just missing one over here. Okay, perfect. I figured something was up. Wait, why is there 2 here? Oh, I see. Got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, this one doesn't have to go out like that. It has to go out like... Wait. Hang on. I'm getting confused. I think this is right. Because this one looks like this one, so that must be correct, right? Let me just look if there's one more of those over here. There isn't... Wait. Oh, it's because this one's missing one. Got it. Okay. That worked out fairly well. Perfect. Perfect. Whew. This effect thing is really freaking awesome. Having the ability to just like give you night vision for like an infinite amount of time. That's pretty cool. Means I don't need to worry about lighting up underneath this thing just yet. That's probably gonna be like the last thing I do. Light up this underneath area. Like I have to finish the whole thing first. But today my goal is to finish this part. Like have this go all the way into that middle pillar, and then copy it around to the rest of the sides with schematics, and then I'm gonna try and work on those statues. But we'll see how far I get. This is a huge project, and I mean, in my mind this takes a year to complete-ish. Like, I would consider myself a decently fast builder, but at the same time, this is a huge project, so it's definitely not gonna be done today or tomorrow or anything like that. Frog lights might be good for lighting. They only have a slight amount of color to them. The thing about frog lights is that the color palette is really specific. Now, the other thing is I'm working in 1.18 at the moment because Limatica isn't updated for 1.19, and I really need it. Like, hand building is hard enough as it is, but being able to copy the circle around is much easier than sitting here counting stuff all the time. But once 1.19 updates Limatica, I will move this world to 1.19 and update it. Because obviously updating to 1.19 doesn't do anything, the build isn't ruined. I know that, you know, the Falcon schematic will definitely work in both versions because there's just no 1.19 blocks yet. But yeah, like, I can definitely like look into that once Limatica is updated. The problem though I have with frog lights from when working with them on Lanter's server was that the colors that they do have seem extremely specific, and there's not much to go with them. Now, it's kind of the same for every light source in Minecraft, like, let's be honest, and I'm glad to have, you know, I'm glad to have the option, but personally with quartz, I think end rods is probably my best bet. They don't really add a color other than like a little bit of gray, which honestly goes well with whatever I choose. And they look futuristic as well, so I think having end rods is probably my go-to in this build. Unless there's like a really specific reason to use the frog lights, in which case, sure, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, make the claim that, oh, I'm never gonna use the frog lights. No, I might, but just not right now. I think end rods in general are better, in my opinion. But that's not really, the problem is, it's not because the frog lights are ugly. The frog lights are really pretty. The problem is that the color palettes they go with don't really have that many stairs, slabs, and walls, which makes it really difficult to build with it. Like, you can argue, oh, but you can build with concrete, you know? But, yeah, concrete doesn't have stairs or slabs, and then we're back to the normal issue that I rant about all the freaking time. Stairs and slabs in Minecraft. Completely. It's good to have more options with the color. Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly the thing. And I like the colors. I like the yellow one in particular a lot. I think the yellow one's amazing. Forgot about Androids? Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, the yellow is so pretty, and I think it works really well in, like, with sand and sandstone and stuff. And that's really awesome, because that actually means it can be used for something, but the other ones are just, you know, slightly too specific. The green one is, like, as far as I remember, very light green. And a light green color is difficult to work with in Minecraft, even if you use, like, concrete and stuff, because they are usually very pronounced colors. Like, it's like lime green is like really lime green. Same with wool, right? It's like a really vibrant color, whereas the frog lights have like a very dampened color to them. Which, you know, that doesn't make it easier. So, while it's nice to have more options, they don't bring a lot of options to the table, to be honest. I wish you could just color them. Like, what I wish from frog lights is make one generic one that you can then just dye in whatever color you want. Or right click with the color like a sign or whatever, you know? That'd be really good. Or give us another color, like another light source we could color. Like, I don't know, colored lanterns maybe? Like, if we could color, like, not the light itself, but like, if we look at the lantern, right? If we look at lanterns, if we could color the gray around the lantern light, that'd be really freaking cool. Because then the lanterns could match whatever build you do, you know? That I feel like could be doable. Or maybe you could make the light a color by using, like, colored candles in the lantern recipe or something. I don't know. That might be a bit of a stretch, but, you know, it's definitely one of those things where it's, yeah, they could do better. Colored lanterns would be great. You use colored glass. Oh, yes. There you go. That makes a lot more sense. There you go. You know, I feel like some of these things are things that would make a very great, like, vanilla plus mod pack, you know? Like, colored lanterns are definitely really cool. That's a really good idea. More stairs and slabs, those mods definitely already exist out there. Like, just a bunch of, like, quality of life things like that, I feel like would be great. Not that I'm much of a modded player myself, and I probably wouldn't use them much because it's like, well, I want my builds to be accessible for everyone. But at the end of the day, I also wish more for the building community in general because, well, I'm kind of part of it now. And while I wouldn't necessarily use it myself, I feel like having more options is never a bad thing. But then again, I have no clue how on earth to even make a mod pack, so yeah. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I wonder if I would take my time to make a mod pack if I knew how. I don't know if I would. I don't feel like I have the time. I feel like I have too many other things as well, like Minecraft builds and whatnot. Like, like now I have 2 projects on this. Like, I have this, I have the UHC world, and I have Lancer server all going on right now, and also video editing on the side. Like, yeah. Like, as in editing my own videos. I don't, like, edit other people's videos, but I'm also editing some stuff for YouTube, which, you know. And I have to write a script for giving a tour of the Falcon at some point. Like, yeah, I have enough already. I will say though, like, if I could find someone to make it, it would be pretty cool, but it's also like, why, if I don't plan to use it, you know, I also don't really want to, like, pay someone to do it if it's something I would use myself. It would be really cool to pay someone to make that mod pack, but considering I wouldn't use it, why even seek it out in the first place, you know what I mean? I feel like this is something you need someone to do who... either someone who wants to use it themselves, or someone who already does mod packs, and then it's like, hey, I had this idea. I wonder if, you know, if that would sell if you made it, kind of thing. I guess giving the suggestion to someone who makes mods would always, you know, could always be an option. As in, hey, I had this idea. I'm not personally interested, but I was wondering if that's an idea you would want, like, you know? As long as you don't, like, pressure them to do something they don't want to do, then, you know. Then I guess it's fine to ask. But then again, I just don't know anyone anyway, so it's like, well, am I gonna go out of my way to find someone to tell them that this might be an option? No. Definitely not. But if you are watching and you think, oh, this is awesome, you know, and then it's like, well, you know, if you know how to do it, go for it. I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna get mad if you steal my idea. Not at all. Go for it. Actually, by all means, do it so we can realize this stuff. I often think of moss for stuff that I'm like, oh, that's be cool, but I have no knowledge of how these things work. What do you mean of moss? Like, you think of moss like you want stairs and slabs of moss? Or... I mean, one quality of life thing I've seen people say is they wish you could stack moss carpets the way you can stack snow. So if we grab this and grab, like, whatever, no, not that, snow layer. So, like, you know how you can, like, stack snow layers like this to have, like, different, like, varying snow layers like this? They wanted moss carpet to be the same. As in, the builders want moss carpet to be the same, but it isn't. That's also one of those quality of life things that I feel like, you know, should be changed. I said mods, but apparently that's not a word. Oh, mods for stuff would be cool. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was kind of confused as to why moss came up in the conversation. Had no idea you could stack snow. Yeah, it's specifically the snow layer. This one right here. Oh, this snow one, not the blocks. Just the snow. And to get them, you can use silk touch and a shovel to get them. Or I believe you can craft them with snowballs as well, or maybe with snow blocks. I don't remember. I don't use snow very often for my builds, but I should, because snow is actually pretty good. It's a white block that has essentially a stair that's smaller. Like, you can make whatever slab you want from it, basically. Which is pretty cool. I should use that more often. Yeah, I think it's always fun when you learn something new about Minecraft. Because there's so much in this game. I have tea today. I thought ahead and actually got some tea for my stream. That's one thing, is I really freaking love tea. It's so great. My current favorite is English breakfast. But I also really like strawberry tea. I think that one's really good too. But yeah, like English breakfast and Earl Grey, they're probably my favorites. There is... Feels like I've barely scratched the surface. How long have you been playing? I feel like you've mentioned something about this before, but I don't remember how long you've been playing the game. Like, I've been playing since 1.5, which is when hoppers were introduced, and I still feel like I learn something new all the time. So yeah. There's literally no shame in it at all. It's just awesome that a game exists that's so, I guess, ever expanding is probably the word. In the sense that we always find new tricks, you know? Old Minecrafters, new tricks. Easy. There we go. Bought it quite a while ago, didn't play until recently. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna find out a lot of random things. Like, especially if I've seen you in Boss's chat, you're obviously here as well. I feel like the more you watch, the more you'll find out. Like, I also am fairly new to this. The banner stuff I did on Lanter's server, I've never even considered that banners could be an option. I just tried it out, like, to get, like, the shading. And I was very pleasantly surprised as how well it did. It's pretty bad at quitting stuff I wasn't automatically good at as a kid. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I can kind of see it. I don't know if you've ever played this game, but Lego Island 2 was one of my favorite games as a child. That and Rayman 3 Hoodlum Hawk, I believe the name was, something like that. I can never pronounce that name, but those two games, I played so much of them, but I got stuck on various levels in both of those games. I completed Lego Island 2 after many, many years of trying. Like, I tried it for, I wanna say I tried like 5 times when I was a kid. I only completed it when I was an adult. I still have the game and I would still consider playing it at times. Now, the second game, Rayman 3, was really difficult, and I have never completed the game to this day. I'm stuck in the same place. I have no clue how long I am in the game. I have no clue how far to the finish line I am. And I've never looked it up, because I wanted to do it myself, but I've never gotten to it. Maybe one day I'll stream those games. You'll see what I mean. Lego Island was a blast to play. I would highly consider playing that on stream if I can find the disc and set that up. As in the CD. Should probably clarify. Because disc could mean like floppy disk, which is those old school ones, like really, really old school. Which that's not what it is. I'm not that old. But yeah, no, those games were awesome. I wish I had completed Rayman 3. I still have it somewhere. I just don't know where at the moment because we're renovating the house and all that, but yeah. Once I find them, I'm probably gonna play it. I always look things up the second I get slightly confused. I really want to replay through... I really want to replay through Breath of the Wild without looking stuff up this time. I can't remember if I looked up how to complete the level in Lego Island 2. It's been a good while since I played, so I've forgotten pretty much everything. Yeah, the problem is I think as soon as you see it, you'll remember. That's kind of how it is with Lego Island 2 for me. Is I'll forget that a level even existed, and then once I play it, I'm like, oh, this is what I had to do. I don't know about Rayman, because that was a more complex game, and there was a lot of different things to do in that game. There was also like a bunch of like hidden secrets and stuff, which I thought was awesome, by the way. Rayman 3 was an amazing game. And I will definitely play it again when I find the disc for it. I had like a triple disc, I don't remember. I think all the discs are the same disc, it's just a different name and I don't know why. It's really strange to me because it's like 1, 2, 3 and all of them had the game on it. Like I don't know what the difference was. I don't think it's said anywhere. I guess that's the one thing I would want to look up, is like, what is the actual difference between these 3 discs, because I couldn't see any difference on them. Like, they all had the same game, none of it was like extra content or anything like that, unless it's like different endings, in which case Rayman is ahead of its time then, because different endings, I don't know. Having a physical copy of a game, oh yeah. Dude, my childhood, it's nostalgic to me. I couldn't get rid of them. I see so many of them in secondhand stores and I just can't. I can't bring myself to get rid of it. Imagine that, yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, I can't bring myself to get rid of them just because it's like, oh, that's my childhood, man. I can't. That's too much. I already gave away all my toy cars, which today I kind of regret it, but also the guy that got them was really happy and like, you know, making another kid happy, you know, I don't know. That's probably better than just being greedy and keeping all my toy cars. Back when we didn't have to make game cartridges taste awful because they were so big. Wait, are game cartridges today like small? I haven't like bought a physical game in ages, I'm sorry. I literally don't know what you mean. And wait, are they so small that a baby could like eat it? Is it like Legos now? If they pulled the Lego move, I'm kind of amazed of where technology has gotten. Nintendo Switch cartridges. Huh. I'm gonna have to look this up, because I don't have any consoles, so I literally don't know. Like, I don't know how big they are. They're super small. Oh, wait, hold on. This dude is like, it's like the size of a fingernail. What? Like maybe 2 fingernails? What the heck? What is this? Someone has them in like a folder, like the way you would collect Pokemon cards. What the heck? This is so small. So tiny. It's kind of cute though. I kind of like it. It's cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of cute though. Oh, that's funny though. That's funny. Yeah, this was like an actual, like, imagine how a DVD is packed. That's how my game was, except there was just like 3 like CDs in it. Oh man. Oh, back in the day. Back in my day. Huh. You know you're getting old when you can use the phrase back in my day. It sounds very like, I feel like that's something, you know, my grandpa would say. You know, it's like, back when I was a kid, you know. Or maybe that's just like the meme I'm hearing of that saying. I don't know. Oh. Holy cow. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? I wonder if it's faster if I do this and then fill it all in after the fact. But it's interesting to me. I guess it makes sense because it's like you don't want to exclude the kids from buying them, but also, yeah, you can't have it be a choking hazard. I assume that's what this is about. But yeah. I guess it's kind of like, you know, how... Not the server crashing as I'm trying to collect my amethyst. Did 8-bit crash? Is there any reports on it yet? Let's see. Trying to see here. Is there like an announcement about it? Server will be down for... Okay, so RM did announce it. Okay. It was at least announced in the Discord, so there's nothing to worry about. I was just making sure that, you know, it was being reported if needed. Oh, whoops. Not yet. It crashed in the early hours of this morning, though. Oh. Did it get reported then? If you know, I don't know if you know or not, but... Maybe that's why they are, like, resetting it now, is to prevent further crashes. I don't know. 8-bit does its thing, is what I've learned. Eight-bit being itself. Let's see. Ooh, we're getting pretty close to the middle section here. Ooh. I'm just trying to make sure that it gets reported, because that way the server techs can fix it as soon as they can. Was this right? Yeah, it looks right. Whoops. Ooh. As soon as I mentioned the server going down, Twitch decided to mess up as well. Well, in case you didn't hear what I said, I basically said that RM announced on the Discord that the server would be down for a little bit. And, what was the other thing? I was asking if this morning, if it was reported what happened. Wait, why did I make this right here? Oh yeah, it's because I wanted that to be the end of it. Let me just look at how it looks from out here. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then from there it'll go down by some. So like, this is gonna be the last block of this part. Yeah, it was reported in the morning. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so here's that, and then once I filled it all in, we'll have it go down by a little bit, just like, you know, have it look cool. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Like, yeah, that looks pretty good. Just need to fill in the blocks now. Then once that's done, I'll make like a circular thing going down here, just following the circle I already have. Not too long, it's just, you know, let's see. It was 2:30 a.m. for me when down, so clearly someone really wanted me to sleep. A sign from above is what that is. Oh yeah, I was gonna fill this, right. I got super distracted because I grabbed a little bit of water and then I was like, wait, what was I doing? Typical me. Typical me. But hey, at least you got some sleep, so there's that, right? Okay. I feel like I need to like write down a list of just like topics I can just start talking about, considering that, like, because I'm just placing blocks. There's not really anything interesting to talk, like to just say about what I'm doing. It's like, I am placing blocks. True. Was woken up relatively early by the cat's demand for breakfast. Cats are important. Whoops. Cats living its best life, it sounds like. Cats are so cute. I used to have a cat. It died about a year ago now, and I mean, I honestly, I still don't want another cat because I was so attached to this cat that I just don't. I don't think I can love another animal the way I loved this one. I guess that's just how some animals are, you know? Sometimes it's interesting that it's possible to love an animal in that way, where it's like, you know, I would at the time almost say that that cat meant more to me than pretty much anyone else. Like, obviously there's my mom and my close friends, but then it's like, after that, then there's the cat, you know? Such a nice cat. Whenever I was sick, she would go to my bed and sit next to my head and just, like, you know, make happy noises next to me to like cheer me up. It was so cute. And she would also like lay under my blanket with me when I was asleep. It was really nice. She would just like have her back against my stomach. It was really cute. Let's see, it's really difficult losing a pet. We had 2 cats as I was growing up. when the second one died. It was a few months before we got another one. The thing is, my mom wants another cat. And I'm like, on the one hand, I get it. Like, obviously, she wants a pet and wants to have a pet again. And I understand. But it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for another cat. I can't, like, possibly love another cat the way I love this one. Because it was always so nice and, like, I don't know. It's weird, right? They were with us when I was born to around my end of primary school, if I remember correctly. They were the best. Well before I was born. Yeah, so you know what it's like losing a pet that meant a lot to you. It's, yeah. It can be heartbreaking, really. Even though I saw it coming, I still broke down crying when it happened. But yeah. And it's not like, yes, I am over it in the sense that, you know, I'm not crying about it anymore, or, you know, I don't actively think about how awful her death was and all that. But it's more like, I don't know if I'm ready to enjoy another animal without thinking that what I used to have was better, you know? Like, you know, I don't mind another animal, but it's like, does it have to be a cat? Can't we get something else then? I would much rather have, like, I mean, in all honesty, I've wanted a spider for ages, but they just live so gosh darn long lives that you have to be really careful, because the type that you can get as a pet is, like, also poisonous for young kids, as in, like, babies. And if you are getting a spider, you have to be ready for it to live for a while. Like, I was told between, like, 20 to 30 years. And, well, if you end up getting kids at some point, which is like, well, I don't know if I am, but you never know, right? So it's like, you don't know if I'll have a kid, like, 20 years down the line. Who knows, right? Who knows if there's a kid? So at that point, it's like, then it's not really that safe to have a spider, and thus I never got one. But it is definitely one of those pets where I'm like, I can see why people might find it weird, but also, it's kinda cute, you know? Like, I almost want to find a picture of the spider species that I'm talking about, because I don't know the name in English. But yeah, I've held one twice in my life. First was when I was 14. We were visiting some various, like, study places to, like, graduate further after school. And one of them was this place with this, what's it even called? Like, terrarium? And it had a bunch of various animals in it. Including, like, snakes and spiders and other, like, you know, other animals of that nature. And I was in there, I was, like, hyped because they were like, so who wants to hold the snake? And I was like, oh my god. And this was, like, at least 10 feet snake. And I was like, holy cow, yes, I'm gonna hold the snake. And I remember, like, holding the snake and the spiders, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is what I want. And people just looked at me as if I was, like, you know, well, crazy. I'm alright with spiders as long as they don't appear suddenly. It's more like the shock. I can see it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The spider was just really cute. You could, like, hold it between your hands. Like, you would need both hands to hold it, and then you could, you know, caress its back with your thumbs. It was pretty cute, honestly. Like, Like, I thought that was really cute. Really cute. Let's see. Snakes are cool. I had pet... Wait, snakes are super cool. I had pet snails when I was younger. Kidnapped them from the garden. I think we all did that at one point or another. I had some friends that tried to scare me with a big snail they had found in, I think it wasn't kindergarten, this was like after school club area thing. And yeah, it didn't scare me. I was just like, oh my god, that's a huge snail, let's take care of it. And then we built it a home, and you know, we never saw it again because we put the home outside. Yeah, that's my snail story. We didn't want to take it in because the grown-ups didn't approve of it, and then it was like, well, what do we do then? Oh, we'll just build like a really natural like nest for it out here and put it there. And we, of course, blissfully thought that, oh, it's gonna stay here because it's gonna know that we were nice to it and we built it this home. And nope, it never came back. We were just delusional. Delusional, like, how were we, like 9? Like, delusional 9-year-olds thinking the snail would stay because it knows we helped it. Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's gonna run away no matter what. Or, well, I don't know if you call it run when it's a snail, but you know what I mean. Hilarious though. Would love to have a giant African land snail. Giant African land snail. I might need to look that up. Hold on. Let's see. Did have some baby ones for a while, but my grand didn't feed them while we were... Oh my god. No. No, 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 no. They will never be the pet sitter again. Nope. African snail. Let's have a look-sees. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, they are beautiful though. They're so pretty. I had a giant plastic box toy that I filled with snails. There were probably about 50, 60 in there. I'd rather put the lid on. I'd just put the lid on. Oh, wait. Oh, so you didn't even think like to have them get air or anything. Oh, gotcha. Oh, but these snails are awesome though. Honestly, I kinda love it. This is kinda cute. Also, the good thing about having a snail is it probably won't run away from you. It won't get lost before you find it. Like, even if it gets out of wherever it is, like, you're gonna find it before it disappears, probably. Damn, they're cute. I agree with you. That's awesome. Oh no, pet snails were in the house. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was the other snails. The actual like baby snails were just like taken care of. Had the giant box in the garden with a little opening. I'd put leaves in there for them every day. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's cool. So you had a garden as a kid, huh? I also had a garden, but we didn't really use it. The thing was, we lived in an apartment building where you'd have to go down through the basement to get out to the garden, and we just were too lazy to really use the garden for anything. Because it's like, you have to go all the way down just to get out into the garden. Why would I want to do that when I can just, like, you know, chill in the living room, you know? I don't know, I've never been much of an outdoor type of person. I prefer just chilling inside. I do like the idea of like catching snails and feeding them though. The idea of the outdoors is great, but there's bugs out there. I think I'm delicious, so I'd rather stay indoors. Ha! Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna use that one next time. Mom, I'm too delicious to be outside. The bugs will love me. Oh, that's actually pretty great. Oh, never thought about using that excuse. But I'm too delicious to go outside. Oh, that'd be freaking hilarious. I'm getting close to having this part completed. I'm starting to realize how many blocks I'll need to place for this project. Like, this is a small part of the project, right? Considering, you know, how big this thing is gonna be. Let's just say, it's not a wonder that my friends think I'm a little bit insane at times. Like, when I pitched this idea to them, they were like, in what world will that ever work? And I was like, well, in my world, I don't know. Like, and they were like, alright, well, good luck with it. And I agree with them. I am slightly insane at times, but only slightly. I think there's a fine line between being, you know, insanely funny and insanely annoying, if that makes sense. Because there's a bunch of types of insanity, right? Like, there's the insane as in, like, holy cow, what a stupid project. Why are you doing this when, I mean, it's a huge project, right? It's like that type of insane. Or then there's the type of insane where it's like, you know, they will, you know, do things to you kind of insanity, you know? There's different types of insane. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched, like, the videos on people being bridezillas. Holy moly, people are insane out there. Like, I thought I was kind of crazy. And then I saw that and I was like, well then. See, ambitious, dedicated. Fair enough. I prefer those. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I think I'm the good kind of insane, where it's like some people are like literally insane. Like bridezillas, oh my goodness, I've seen some weird stuff, like, oh, because you decided to, like, color your hair 8 months before my wedding, you're gonna be uninvited because you're not gonna look natural in my pictures. It's not my aesthetic. Like, come on. If you care about the people around you, why do you care about this aesthetic of yours? Like, I get wanting a theme, right? That's fine, but don't take it to the extreme, to the point where you can't invite your friends because they had a different hair color 8 months before your wedding. What the heck is that? What kind of banana thing is that to say? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a different type of insanity that I hope I never turn out like that. Now, obviously, it would require finding a guy to even get married in the first place, but I really hope I don't turn out to be a bridezilla if I ever get married. Man, the way people get, right? It's so weird. It actually, like, made me question one thing. Like, do you think these people are is it because they've been hiding this personality their whole life and now they finally have like, oh, I can finally show my true colors and no one will be pissed because it's my day and I decide? Or do you think it's like people who are genuinely nice but when the wedding comes around they're stressed out? Like, it's something I've been wondering. Because it scares me a little bit. It's like, what if I turn into that, you know? It's like, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to, like low-key, it's abuse, right? It looks abusive. It's like they're abusing their friends for whatever they want. It's like they will message their friends for, like, free cakes, free makeup, free whatever, and then be annoyed when they say I can't do it for free. Like, in what world is that fair? I mean, it is, like, actually crazy to me. It's meant to be a look how in love we are, let's have a party to celebrate, not enlisting your friends. You're right, that's the thing, is I feel like people they want the wedding but not the marriage. That's at least what I see from it, right? Is people who feel like they want a big wedding, they want to waste the guy's money or their money or whatever. Because I also hear that a lot of girls will have the guy pay for the wedding or have their parents pay for the wedding, and I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Now, this is only the people I've heard about, and I think, generally speaking, the ladies probably care more about wedding plans than the guys, but, like, still, find it insane. Really insane. Because it is just supposed to be like, oh, I'm getting married, hooray! Like, let's celebrate the fact that I found the love of my life, right? Hopefully. It's so strange. But yeah, I hope I never turn out like that if I ever get married, because I've seen some crazy stuff. Like, I saw this one story about a girl who was basically saying that she didn't want her dad to walk her down the aisle because he was in a wheelchair. And it's like, are you even listening to yourself at that point? Like, you know? It's like, that's your dad. Why does it matter? It's like, oh, I'm not sure that my aesthetic will match a wheelchair. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you accept your dad the way he is, even if he's disabled. You accept anyone even if they're disabled, but this is your dad. That's even worse. Like, you know? Holy crap. I was so annoyed. I was listening to this and I was like, what? Why? How have you not just been, like, thrown out of the family at this point? Like, I figured you'd have to be a certain kind of person. I think so. Like, I probably wouldn't go to that extreme, that's for sure. But there are some of the things where I'm like, is this unreasonable? Like, for instance, I don't know if it's unreasonable that the bride picks the bridesmaid's dresses. I would assume that's fine, but I don't know. I want it to be perfect, therefore everyone has to do, be, and act exactly how... Exactly. Yeah, that shouldn't be your reasoning for getting married. Whoa, what the heck just happened? Oh, I see. Weather clear 10,000. There we go. Get out of here, thunder. Don't need that right now. But yeah, it's insane. And and this is like the bad kind of insane, you know? It's like, this is insanity to a point where it's like, why does your family accept this? Does your future husband accept this behavior? Because I surely wouldn't. Like, now obviously you hear more about brides and grooms, but there are groomzillas out there. And if I found out that I was getting married to someone and they acted like this, I would just call off the wedding. What the heck? No. Don't act entitled even if you're getting married. you're not entitled to whatever, like, demands you have. Obviously, you know, you can make, you know, you can say you want your wedding in a certain way, and that's fine, but don't overdo it. Don't have some crazy demand list. Like, no. I wonder if these are also the people that have those crazy lists of things they want. Like, you know how when you look up if you look at dating app profiles, they have the huge list of like things they want their man to fulfill or whatever, or woman for that matter. But like, oh, slash effect give give another one, night vision. There we go. Like, I wonder if those are the same types of people who also put, you know, incredibly shallow things in their dating profile. Because it sounds to be the same, but presumably they wouldn't, you know, want to marry them in the first place if that's what they did. At least that's my, I mean, this is just assumption, right? What is going on? I am so confused. It worked last time. Why doesn't it work now? I'm looking for this thing. Is this how I'm supposed to do it? No? I'm so confused. Give incorrect argument for commanded position. I don't know what on earth that means. Why is it not infinite night vision anymore? It was before. Do I just do this? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Everyone needs to spend X amount of their money on outfits and gifts, wear these specific brands, etc. And she just got roasted. Was that the person who was like, you know... Oh, I think I know this one actually. I feel like I've heard this one. It was like, she had like a list of items that she had like on her wish list or whatever. And she was like, I expect you to spend like 400, I believe. She didn't change her mind. She just doubled down and was threatening people for sharing the post. Wow. Wow. She should be in jail, in my opinion. Like, threatening people, that's just wrong in every way. Like, come on, dude. It's one thing that you set stupid rules for your wedding. Like, alright, if you are gonna set stupid rules, don't expect people to follow them. And also, don't expect to not be called the bridezilla. That's just how it goes. Now, are you insane for making the rules? Little bit. But what makes it more insane is when they force the rules onto other people that just don't want the rules, you know. Like, if they don't want to come because of rules, don't force them. That's even worse. At the end of the day, your wedding, your rules, and, you know, if people don't like them, they shouldn't come to the wedding. But don't then shame them for not showing up at the wedding because of your rules, you know? I don't know. I think I remember this one, though, because there was something like... She had, like, a list where it was basically, like, high-class paintings or decorations totaling $400 or more. Things like, you know... I believe it was, like, Gucci or whatever it was, Louis Vuitton, something like that. And, like, high-class restaurants, like, gift cards and stuff. And it was just, like... Okay, like, no. I'm not gonna spend $400 on someone else's wedding when, you know... It's not supposed to be about the gift. And when you specifically ask me to spend $400, I'm not gonna spend a dime because that means you're entitled and think I'm gonna give you stuff. Like, I know, it's customary to bring a gift, and I can see, you know, why you would make, like, a wish list, and that's fair, but don't expect people to go from it. I remember this person also had, like, a spreadsheet, so if it was someone with, like, a spreadsheet of who's bringing what, then I know exactly which story this is. And, yeah. I can understand why she got blasted on social media. It's no wonder, you know? Crazy personalities. And then it's funny, right? Because here's another assumption, right? I don't know, obviously, if this is right or not, but I also feel like these are the types of people who will expect them to spend, like, a certain amount on the ring. Where it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know, you could, like, put an onion ring on my finger and I'd be happy, because at least I could eat it, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, why would you care about the ring so much? Like, it's one thing to say I want something that's pretty on me because I'm gonna wear it, like, forever, ideally, but it's like, do you really need it to cost X amount of money? Like, as long as it's pretty, why worry about how much, like, you know, he spent on it? It seems really, really crazy to me. I could see those be the same types of people that then will care way too much about the wedding aesthetics and stuff, because at the end of the day they were already like, we're gonna spend this much money, you know? And then they care because they spent so much money. Yeah, I don't know. I obviously can't say for sure, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like it's not impossible, you know? Don't remember enough details to know for sure, but there are so many people who do it. Yeah, people care more about monetary value than the thought behind it. It's so strange to me. Like, I think the best proposal video I've ever seen was someone who had put the ring into a cheeseburger. Like, as in, on the bun, on the top of the bun of the cheeseburger, and I was like, this right here, this is how to do it. Because this is like, you know, it's cute, but it's not overly dramatic, and, you know, it's a burger. Who doesn't like a burger? Like, come on, you know? 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go down with 10 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, this again. 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. It is really strange to me how much people care. I get that you want a ring that suits you, but why complain so much? Wedding gifts were meant to be, here are the things we need to make our house together, but people tend to live together before getting married now, so they don't really need help with buying a toaster. I mean, okay, and that's fair, right? Like, you know, because, you know, that's just how it goes, but it's like, why, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, these days, weddings are being used as basically to exploit your friends for gifts. Like, I will say, I would call it, you know, slightly disrespectful to not bring a gift. Like, if you don't bring a gift at all, I would say it's fair to expect that everybody gives some kind of gift. But don't expect it to be expensive gifts. Like, if they gave you like I don't know, $20 and said, hey, like, here's $20, congrats on your marriage, like, that's fine, because they did bring a gift, you know, at the end of the day. Like, that's fine with me. Like, I don't know. I get a little bit heated when I talk about this, because it kind of makes me angry on behalf of the men, or the women for that matter, but, like, for the most part, what I see are bridezillas, so, yeah. Like, I don't know. What makes me, like, angry is the fact that these men have to keep up with a woman like this, and it's like, I'm happy for you that you're getting married, but also, are you seeing this? Like, you know, there's a few red flags here. just a couple. Or maybe they saw it and was like, oh yeah, but that's fine. In which case, I don't know at that point. People seem to be of the opinion that it's a bride's day. Yeah, that's weird to me. Like, isn't it supposed to be both of them? Like, listen, I understand. I feel like women care a little bit more in general about, aesthetics and things like that, where men is probably more just like practical minded. I get that. But it's like, right, that's the thing, like consider both parties, right? And but I kind of also understand people who are just like, I'm just gonna leave it up to the woman to, to plan the wedding because clearly she really cares about it and, she wants to make it great and, I'm sure she will. So I'm gonna let her do it. But I just feel like the whoever plans it needs to be at least somewhat respectful. It's like, why this? Like, it seems to me, I don't know if controlling is the right word, because I don't think that it technically is, but I do think that it's, like, in that ballpark of, like, let's not treat people like this, It's like, let's be reasonable humans. You're about to get married, you should probably be slightly more mature than this. But then again, what do I know? I've never been married, so maybe I just don't know. But I do wonder, like, if they already kind of knew what kind of person they were dealing with, or if it was like, oh, now that I'm getting married, I can be a total, I can treat my friends poorly because I'm getting married and this is my day and everyone agrees that it's my day. Like, I don't know. I've also seen a bunch of these posts where it's like, all my friends have been waiting for me to get married their whole lives. Like, no, they haven't. Probably not, It's like, yeah, you might think so, but no. The answer is they probably didn't wait 30 years for you to get married. Like, that's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? Which, I mean, that's not necessarily like a bridezilla thing to say. That's just kind of a weird thing to say in the first place. Like, they've been waiting their whole lives for my marriage. Like, no, they probably haven't done that. People can get stressed in the lead up to the wedding, but I think you'd have to be entitled already to go full bride. I would assume so, but it's like, it scares me a little bit, because there are so many stories, and I'm like, well then, this has been enlightening, I mean, I definitely hope that, that you'd have to be, you'd have to be entitled in the first place. I hope so, because if I do end up getting married one day, I don't want it to end up like that. Like, I don't want my friends to feel like, I'm taking control of their lives because, oh, but it's my day. Like, no. It's also, it's always interesting to watch, like, the differences between, like, different cultures of weddings as well. Like, I don't know if you've seen, like, a lot of different wedding cultures, but, like, some cultures have some interesting traditions for weddings, which it's like, if you're getting married to someone from a different culture, you better also accept their wedding traditions. Like, if they have something that they need done at the wedding, you better let them do that. Because it's like, you're getting married to a person. Like, at the end of the day, it's also their wedding, as you also said. It's like, yeah, if they're a different culture, you better respect that. Like, I heard that there was this one wedding where the woman was actually really nice, and the man was, I believe, Chinese or something. I don't remember exactly. I think he was Chinese. But they had this tradition of like where basically they would make tea for their parents, and then they would get the gifts from them at the same time. And the bride was fully on board with it. She was like, "Yeah, let's add that in." And then she like added it, and then her parents like disagreed with it and didn't want to go, called it a stupid tradition or whatever. And then she was like, "Well, if you're not gonna be at the tea party, you're also uninvited to the wedding." And I respect her because she stood up for her husband's traditions. Well, husband to be, right? It's like, that's solid. Good job. And then apparently her family was all like, "Oh, that's a bridezilla move," when in reality she was just like, you know, "Well, you offended my husband's tradition. Don't you dare," you know? Like, good for her. Good for her to stand up for her husband. Although that sounds like a really big dilemma, though. Would you disinvite your parents if they dismiss traditions? I do wonder. It's awesome. You love to hear people, right? It's like, if you're gonna be offensive, then I'm gonna just uninvite you, because and they couldn't apparently give any reason as to why it was stupid. It just kind of was stupid. So yeah, she dismissed it and said, "Well, if you're not gonna be at the tea party, you're not gonna be at the wedding." It was on the "Am I the A-hole" subreddit. I'm assuming you're familiar with it, because you sound like you are pretty familiar with Reddit with this stuff. I basically just watch a bunch of reaction videos to it, which is why I'm like baffled by this. Like, these people exist out there, and I'm like, what the heck? What is this type of craziness? I mean, if you're being rude about it, yeah. If I'm marrying someone, I plan to spend the rest of my life with them, exactly. If you can't spend one day doing something to show you care about them, you're gone. I agree. I completely agree. Also, this is one of those where it's like, it's my day or it's our day is actually like appropriate, because it's like, if you're the parent and you're not like the maid of honor or whatever, you have nothing to say about what goes down at the wedding. If they want a tea party at their wedding, they can have a tea party at their wedding. Who are you as a parent to say they can't, you know? Like, I understand if it was like, you know, something that was like highly offensive or something, and they were like, okay, maybe you shouldn't do that, you know? It's like fair. But this is a tea party. Like, how is that a bad thing? You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. I could understand if it was something that was like offensive to them, like something, like it was like an alcohol thing, like, you know, and they were maybe like religious, didn't want alcohol involved or something. Then I can see it, but this is a tea party. I don't think it's something to be mad about. Because there are definitely scenarios where it's like my mom is a Muslim, right? So if I ever got married and there was drinking at the wedding, I don't know if she would like stay for very long, because I wouldn't, like, she probably wouldn't want to hang around with like drunk people, and I can understand that. That's completely acceptable to me. That doesn't mean she's uninvited from my wedding. That's just kind of like, okay, well, because you have your traditions, we have to respect that as well, you know? So if you want to leave a little bit earlier because people are drunk, then that's completely fine. But but I'm not gonna like uninvite someone based on them not wanting to drink and or not wanting to be around drunk people. No matter who they are, not just, my mom, like anyone, but I just thought of my mom because she's religious, and so kind of made sense in the conversation. But yeah, like a tea party with gifts, I don't think that's offensive anywhere. Okay, maybe I won't be able to work on the statues today. I've already been here for 1.5 hours. Holy cow. We are getting close to done though. We just need to fill this part, and then once this is filled, I can use Limatica to copy paste it around and see what it looks like. There's one thing I need to make sure of real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add 8 and 5. Wait. Hold on a second. That would be 13. That's a bit strange. Why is this 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I feel like I made them 12, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm so confused. This is that. Which would be this block right here. That's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was it 14? It must have been 14, yeah. It must have been 14, but then why is this one shorter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I am so confused. Is this one also? This one must also be 13 then, right? It must be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Huh? What? And this is 5, 4, 3. This one is 5, 4, 3. Hang on. There's something wrong with this circle. I need to figure out what on earth it is. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. That's so strange. How did this one... Numbers be numbering? Yeah, this is odd. Do I still have the circle thingy opened? I feel like I must have. Hang on. Is this the one? No, this is not it. Dang, I think I may have like closed it. Well, that requires me to remember. Or I'll do something else. Hang on, I have an idea. Alright. Alright, screenshot app. I don't know if this is gonna work at all, but I'm gonna see what I can do with like screenshots. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. It's gonna be a mess, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out where the best angle for such a screenshot would be. Like something like this, maybe? Like, okay. Particles are a little in the way, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. We're gonna figure it out. figure this out. Okay. Alright. Open the link here. Alright, so now, having done that, I can go over here and see where it went wrong. Okay, so, opening the picture. So, 5, 4, 3, we just did that one, and then 4 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, and then 3 1s. Yep. And then a 2, 2 1s, a 2, and then 3 1s. Okay, hold on. So it was like this. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then it goes over. Okay, so that seems right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 1 and a 2, and then 3 1s. A 1 and a 2 and 3 1s, and a 2, and then this is the middle with the 2 1s. So this one's correct, which means it must be this one. Okay, well then. 5 4 3, 1 2 3 4 2s, a 1 a 2, 3 1s, a 2, 2 1s, 2 1 1, 3 1s, a 2, 1 2, 2 2 2, and then it would be like this. 3 4 5, and the long one here, which would have to be 14. Holy cow. Ugh. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, and another 5. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Oh, I see. So this circle part right here is placed wrong. Interesting. So that's why this one's one longer than that one. I don't understand why this one is, though. I guess that means I'll place one on all of these. So like if I move this back by 1. 1 2 3 4. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's always the circles that mess with me. Always the circles. I guess get used to it, because this project is gonna require a bunch of them. 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1. Then we'll do it from this end. Wait, I did something wrong here, didn't I? This one has to be 2 of them, and then that and that. 1, and then wait. Hang on. Need to think. This looks right, and then it is a. I'll just start from over here. So that, 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 and then 1 2 3. Wait. Did I just mess it up? This one became 14, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, and then 1 2 3 4 2s. Is there then a 3 after that? Okay, there is. Okay. I fixed this. circle. Oh. Well, this is gonna be a lot of fun. This means that all of this down here needs to be fixed up a little. Yep. Numbers really do be numbering. But I don't need the screenshot anymore, at least. So I can, like, have this back in place. There we are. Okay. Awesome. When I only have one monitor, I kind of have, like, I have the chat and, like, how long I've been streaming on the right side of the monitor, and then I have Minecraft on the left/middle. So that way I can see everything, and whenever I Google something, I'll take the place where I can see how long I've been streaming, pull that up, and just open a new tab in that one to look up whatever it is. So afterwards I always have to, like, put it back in place. Okay, so basically... Oh my goodness. Okay, so all of this is going out by 1. Oops. But this is easy because it just kind of follows this thing. But, like, with 1 block constantly in between. So this is gonna be somewhat easy. Hopefully. Hopefully it'll be somewhat easy. Okay, and then this is blocks. I guess I need to get used to the struggle because I am going to be doing quite a lot of circles in this project. I've placed several columns of glass in the wrong place because I've decided I want towers in the corners of my circle. And my silk touch pickaxe almost dead. Do you have mending on it? Also, I don't know if you know, but, like, any silk touch tool can be used to pick up the glass. So, like, if you just have, like, a silk touch axe or whatever, if you have other silk touch, you can always use those until the pickaxe is repaired. I do have mending, yeah, I just need to actually fix it. Got it. Gotcha. I think we've all been there. Not really wanting to go fix a tool, but kind of needing to fix a tool. I feel like we've all been there at some point or another. Let's see, is that it? Nope, there's a few over here too. Wait, am I doing the right thing here? No, this is the block one. This is not the slab layer. Hold on. I'm gonna need to, like, just gonna replace these right away because I am so sick of having double slabs in my schematics when they're not double slabs. I hate it. Not that I ever think I'm gonna build this in survival, but just in case. Because I am sometimes a little bit crazy with my projects. Even in survival. It's the only silk touch thing I have. Aww. You should probably fix it then before it's too late. Should really fix it. Does this look right? Yes, it does. Well, here's the thing that's missing. Which means that... Whoops. Which means that here's the thing that's missing. Which means that this one is also missing. There we go. Well, if someone else wanted to use the schematics, I'm sure they'd appreciate the lack of... Yeah, true that. I guess my thought process with this one was you would never really use it in survival. Like, I feel like this is one of those schematics that you would build... Like, you wouldn't even build it in creative, you would literally, like... you would paste it in to your world to use it. And then I guess you could decorate it in survival. I guess I just don't see how anyone would take the time to actually build this in survival mode. But then again, I know that I am also a little bit crazy with my projects at times. And so... it wouldn't surprise me if I randomly got the idea that, oh, how about building this thing? I should. I've been using loads of stone picks to gather other stuff because I have no iron. Oh. Interesting. Where am I compared to everything? Oh, this is where I need to be. I was so confused. Suddenly things didn't make sense. Some people like a challenge. That is true. I mean, my respects to anyone who would actually build this in survival mode. Cause even in creative mode, this is, you know, this is gonna take a while. Oh, my hand, what the heck? It just randomly started, like, itching on my left hand, like, what the heck was that? I don't know what's going on outside, but there's like some noise. Sounds like a siren, but like it's not the siren I'm used to. It's strange. Not as in like a war siren, but like a police car siren. But it just doesn't sound like the one I'm used to hearing. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I would respect anyone who even tries to build this thing in survival, because holy moly, this is gonna be a lot of smooth quartz. Like an unhealthy amount. Now it's blocks. That's not where the block needs to be. Yeah, if you're sitting out there thinking, ooh, I'm gonna build this in survival, I congratulate you if you ever get it done. Okay, and then slabs. One little mistake means I have to fix this much of the schematic. Or not the schematic, but like the build. Holy moly. At least I'm in creative mode, so it's not that bad. Still annoying, but not that bad. That is not what I wanted. Get away get away, Limatica. There we go. Wasn't actually trying to use the tool right there. I was trying to grab the quartz, and apparently I like went past the thing. Wait, what happened here? Oh, this has to be a slab, and this has to be nothing. Silver linings. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, what is this? That's slab. So this is the layer I'm at the moment. Okay. Okay. I'm not leaving before this little part of it is done, because this is like, it's gonna annoy me for the rest of the day if I don't finish this part. Like, if I leave this with mistakes in it, I know I'm gonna be pissed later, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna finish this up no matter what. Maybe not the full circle, but at least these mistakes right here. I need those to be gone before I leave. Like that, and then here. Okay. There's like a really loud motorbike outside. I don't know what the hell is going on today. With that and the sirens, I wonder if there's a police chase in town. That'd be interesting. Surely the most interesting thing I've ever heard about happening down here, but also that's assumption, so... Like, I enjoy being where I am at the moment. Like, it's nice here, but also, holy cow, can it be really boring. Like, I live, like, on, like, the countryside. It's, like, more of, like, a small town than anything else. And it's, like, you know, it's nice, but, I don't know. I kinda miss the city a little bit at times. Like, I wouldn't mind staying around in, like, in a small town or whatever. I bet it can be nice, but there's just nothing to do here. I don't know if this makes any sense to anyone out there, but it's like, oh my god. Why does it have to be so boring? Yeah, that looks right. This is a bit of a... It's kind of difficult to actually fix this because it just takes so long. Like, and yeah, I have to like keep looking at this. It's nice to have some peace and quiet, but when there's yeah, that's the thing, is like, you know, I wish there was just more to do, like, although I am having fun with this, right, which is nice. I finally found something that I actually really enjoy doing, and it's great. But it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, what about when you're done with that? Like, I'm not gonna be streaming all day. I can't stream all day. But it's like, yeah, then what? Like, is the computer seriously everything I do? And the answer is actually, for the most part, while I'm on holiday, yes, sadly. I wish I could say otherwise, but it's like when I'm not streaming, I'm playing on 8-bit at times, admittedly not much lately, but I'm playing on 8-bit, I'm editing videos, like, I'm doing other things. Give you something Gives you something to do when you don't want to travel for ages to actually... Yeah, true that. I will say one thing I really miss is I lived in a different part of Denmark at one point, and there was this Magic the Gathering card game club type area. There was this card shop, right? And in the back of the shop they had like a little table area where we would play Commander, which, I mean, if anyone plays Magic the Gathering, you'll know what that is, but it's basically... It's a Magic the Gathering format that's usually for 4 people. Sometimes 5 or 6 if you really want to push it, but yeah. 4 or 5 people, that's the usual amount. And it was really, really freaking fun. But then COVID happened, you know, all of that, and yeah. The shop eventually closed down, sadly, and I also moved away, so yeah. It's sad. They still have another store in another part of Denmark, but it's just... That was actually one of the things that I really enjoyed for, like, IRL activities. And I had a bunch of friends there, which was nice. One of the people there were... It was this guy who, when I first came down there, he introduced me to some of the other players, and then he gifted me, like, cards worth of, like... I want to say maybe, like... I don't know, like $5 or something. It wasn't much. It was really not much, but I was so happy about it. And I came back day after day, and then one day I met his girlfriend, and I was like, oh my god, I am so happy for you. Because I met this girl, and she was so nice. She was so chill, and I was like, this is really good. Good for you, dude, you know? Like, I'm so used to people being entitled that I'm seeing that, and I'm like... Oh my god, I am so happy you have someone who treats you nicely. Thank goodness for that, you know? Like, I was never into him, but at the same time I was like, this is my friend, like, I want him to be happy, and when I saw his girlfriend I was like, okay, this is great. I'm happy for you, dude. That's perfect. 'Cause you know how sometimes when you meet your friends' girlfriends and you're like, yeah, I don't approve of this. Like, I mean, obviously, you do you. But yeah, you know, I'm just glad she wasn't one of those. Because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, you want your friends to be happy, and sometimes you can see it from a mile away that, oh, yeah, these are definitely not compatible, you know? But yeah, but then you don't want to say anything because it's also, like, rude to be, you know, you don't want to be the person to ruin their relationship or anything like that. We had a small card shop in our towns that's similar. I'm not into it personally, but I was surprised ours had survived the pandemic. Oh, that's awesome. That's really, really good, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, the pandemic really kicked small businesses in the foot, or like shot them in the foot, or whatever you want to call it. It's sad, but yeah, I guess nothing lasts forever. I guess, well, me being the hopeless romantic I am, I choose to say that love will last forever, but yeah. Other than that, you know, yeah. Learning a whole lot about me today. Let's see. Oh, Wait, why does this not add up? Oh, there we go. Wait, this has to go like that, and that goes like this. Yeah. Then that goes there, and that goes there. I think this is it. It's one of the worst, knowing they're not good for each other, but not... Yeah, that's the thing, is like, you don't want to be the one to ruin their relationship, but you're also sitting there like, I don't know about this one, dude. Like, you know, I had one friend when I was educating as an electrician, and he had turned down a girl who was 6 years younger than him, which is, you know, fair enough. He said that she was too young. And he told me that story. He was like, she was way too young for me. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, like, sorry, you're too young. Okay. And I said, alright, I mean, that's fair enough. If that was, like, his honest reasoning, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fair, you know, that's a fair thing to say. I think he was just kind of concerned that he, like, broke her heart or something. It's like, well, yeah, but when you reject someone, you kind of have to, in a way, right? There's not, like, a nicer way to do it, and if that's your honest reason, then it's okay to tell her. Now, the problem was, later on, he started dating this other girl, who was also 6 years younger. And at that point, I was a little bit like, wait, so you turned one down, who was the same age as your current girlfriend, because she was too young. That was your reasoning, and that's what you told me. And, like, you told me that you told her that it was because she was too young. So clearly, the age matters to you. It's better to turn down to... Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And I think he did it the right way, too. I think because he was honest with her. So clearly that was right. But, well, I thought he was honest. Until I met his girlfriend. And, admittedly, she didn't look like she was 18. I will admit that. She looked way older. She looked like she was at least, like, in her early 20s, if not more. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's because she just looks different, you know, like maybe she just looks older and that's what's up, you know, maybe that's what he thought. But okay, so then I met her at the school dance, and I was like, okay, finally get to see what kind of girl you got. And she literally started flirting with my other friends, and I was like, yeah, I don't like this girl. Like, you know, yeah, she's pretty. I kind of agree. I don't know. I was like, you know, I kind of agree. She looks alright, but she's flirting with our friends, dude. And I told him that. I said, hey, I'm not, you know, gonna control your relationship or anything, but you're mature enough to listen to what I have to say, so I'm gonna tell you anyway. You do realize that she was kind of flirting with others, right? And obviously, when you're in love, you're also kind of blind to their flaws, so he said that was alright. He didn't see a problem with what she did. He knew what was happening, and he didn't think there was anything in that. And I was like, alright, you do you, I just wanted to give you my opinion. And later, I met her, like, somewhere else, just randomly, without him, and I was like, hey, so how are you doing? It's been a while. And she was like, yeah, it has, I haven't seen you since that school dance. And I was like, yeah, how's your relationship going? She's like, oh, I'm single now. I dumped him years ago. I was like, oh, gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. And I didn't ask further questions. I didn't want to, like, get to know her or anything like that. I just saw her and thought I'd say hi because it's, like, it's my friend's girlfriend. Or, well, ex-girlfriend, apparently. And then, so my assumption is she literally just, like, found someone better. Like, I don't know if I would call it cheating, right? But it's also kind of like you probably shouldn't flirt with others when you're in a relationship. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, you know, it's not technically you're not cheating, but also you kind of are, you know. You're like only a step away from actually cheating on your partner, which I disagree with. I don't think he should have let her flirt with other guys because I feel like that's wrong. But again, not my relationship. It's not technically my problem, but it was one of those where I was sitting there like, no, listen, you could do way better than this. Where did you find this? You know? And why? Why are you with her? Kind of thing. And at least to me, I get that some girls might get like jealous. That's not really what this is. It's more like I want my friends to be in happy relationships. And seeing them be with someone who then goes around and flirts with other guys, like, that gives me a bad vibe no matter who it is. Like, you could argue that it's not cheating, but it's, at least to me, I wouldn't want a boyfriend to do that, right? Like, obviously I don't have a boyfriend at the moment, but like, if I did, I wouldn't want them flirting with other girls. I feel like that would be a little bit, you know, that would be wrong in my opinion. But yeah, again, people can do what they want. All I did was inform him about it, and I don't know why they broke up, if it was because of this or something else, but all I know is that they weren't together for very long, apparently. And yeah. All I can really think is if they flirt with other girls, then, or other guys in this case, like, is it because they're looking for side action, or is it because, you know... Yeah, exactly, that's the thing, everyone has to be on the same page. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if they were or not, but I mean, clearly they didn't last, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. I can only speculate. But yeah, you definitely have to be on the same page about things like that. I heard a term once, micro-cheating, which is probably where I would categorize this. It's like things that could be seen as cheating but aren't technically cheating. So like that could also include things like liking other girls' photos on Instagram, things like that, right? Or well, in general, just like, you know, people, I guess. So like if for a girl, like looking at other guys on Instagram, right? Now, where I don't really see an issue with that, someone else might, you know? Like, I don't think I see an issue with him liking other girls' Instagram posts, like, unless it's like thirst traps, right? If it's thirst traps, then maybe that's a problem, but yeah. If it's just like, you know, someone took a selfie in front of, I don't know, like the pyramids or whatever, and then posted it to Instagram and they liked the photo, I don't see any problems with that at all. Because then it's just like, alright, she went to Egypt and she thought it was cool, and yeah, like, clearly that was it. Yeah. But I can also see why some people might take issue with that, because it's also kind of like, oh, are you looking at other girls while you're in a relationship kind of thing? It's definitely something that needs to be talked about. And I think open communication is one of the most important things in general. Like, just say something. Say what you don't want them to do. Don't just get mad when they do something that you didn't discuss prior. Like, obviously, don't go out and cheat on your partner and then go, oh, but we didn't discuss the fact that I'm not allowed to cheat on you. No, that's not what I mean. But when it comes to these things, like, is it okay for me to like someone else's picture on Facebook or Instagram or whatever? Is it okay that I talk to other guys on whatever social media, like, you know? Are you okay with me doing whatever, right? Like, all these smaller things should be discussed prior, and opening the topic from the very beginning I think is the way to go. The problem is I can also see why some people might be a little bit shy and private about topics like this, which, in my opinion, if you're shy, like, it's one thing to be shy when it comes to, like, physical stuff, right? That's fair. But I feel like you should be able to talk to your partner about anything, and that should probably be why you chose to be with them in the first place, right? Maybe that's just me. But that's definitely the one thing that I value above everything else. That and, like, I don't know, don't use my toothbrush. That's mine. That's gross. Don't use my toothbrush. That's gross. Like, I don't know. That's basically it. And also, I guess, don't be an alcoholic, preferably. Like, I hear about these people with these insane dating profiles we were talking about earlier. It's key, if you can't talk to someone openly, you won't be able to solve any problems. That's the thing. Yeah. lists. Like, I've seen these dating profiles with lists of things that people want, and I'm just over here like, I don't really want an alcoholic in my house, and then, yeah, I don't know, I want to be able to communicate with him. And, yeah, please don't use my toothbrush, I guess. Like, but I will say, though, I'm kind of picky when it comes to, like, toothbrushes and similar items. Like, yeah, no. Like, I have certain things where I'm really, really picky. For instance, when it comes to, like, food, I'm not gonna eat something from a plate that you've eaten from before that plate has been washed, you know? Even though we kiss or whatever, this is not, I can't. When it comes to food and drinks and stuff, I can't share like that. Yeah, if they have a massive list, they're probably not looking, they want an accessory. It sounds like it, right? Like, it sounds like they just want, like, this is the dude for my Instagram photos or whatever. It really sounds shallow like that. But yeah, I mean, you can call me extremely picky when it comes to specifically my food things, but successful people have this sort of partner, therefore I need someone to be successful people have this sort of partner, therefore I need someone like that to be successful. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. So they want, like, I was gonna say role model, but that's not really the word. I don't know what the word is for this, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure what the word would be for that. I don't think role model is the right one. It's more like I guess they want the image of being successful instead of just actually being successful. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting to me that people like that exist. I would assume that... I hope one day that these types of people go away, but they probably won't. They probably won't. As long as the internet exists, people like that will exist. At least I think so. But I mean, you'd hope they disappear one day, but I wouldn't put my money on it, though. It's called I wouldn't bet on it. Whoops. Me and words. We're not always friends. Not always. Yeah, I've definitely seen, like, some crazy lists, like, oh, they have to, like, have this amount of money, they have to be this tall, they have to have a nice car, blah blah blah. Like, girl, what are you even looking for at that point? Like, I don't know. At that point, it sounds like you're not looking for love, you're looking for, I don't know, a sugar daddy, pretty much, right? Which, I mean, if you are looking for that, then by all means fair, but yeah. Hopefully people have been like that for a while, so unfortunately it's not likely. Right, yeah, that would make sense. I think it's just more, like, out in the open now, because we see all these videos and all these, like, dating profiles and stuff, and it's like, it's all out there for the world to see now, whereas before, if people were shallow, it probably wouldn't just be out there. They'd have to, like, build up that reputation and not just have it, like, in their bio somewhere. I don't know if it's called a bio on, like, Tinder. I've only used the dating app once, and I'm never using that again. I guess I can talk about my dating app story. It's pretty hilarious, actually. So, When I was when I was educating as an electrician, one of my friends convinced me to download Tinder. Everything's more visible with the internet, exactly. So I was like, alright, fine, I'll give it a try. And then, so I downloaded Tinder, I swiped for a bit of, I think a few days, and then I started messaging a guy. And he was really nice. At least he seemed nice. He seemed pretty nice. Basically, we just kind of agreed to meet up at the library because I was going there anyway, and I figured, you know what? He was just like, can I come along? I was like, sure, let's sure go for it. And then, so he came there, he had tea with him, which was pretty cool. He came prepared with like tea, some cups, some sugar, and teaspoons, and I was like, alright, oh, that's nice, that's pretty cool. So I figured, oh, this is going well, so we sat there, we chatted for like half an hour or so, and then he ruined it all by saying, and I kid you not, I have chocolate at home if you wanna come over. I don't know what he was thinking. Now, I assume that there was no chocolate. I said no, obviously, because I was like, no, this is creepy, I don't want that at all. And at the time, I actually wasn't sure, because I hadn't seen all of these, like, videos about, like, how people use Tinder and stuff like that, so I don't technically know if he was up to anything. But I never went with him. I went straight home, deleted the app, and never looked back. I didn't even say anything. Obviously, when I left, I said thanks for the tea and all that, but man, was I not gonna do that. I wasn't gonna mess anything up. I never even told my mom because I was so embarrassed that I even tried out a dating app. Not that I feel like I did anything wrong, it was just I was so embarrassed. I actually told her about it the other day for the first time. And this is like, what, 7-8 years ago at this point? Because she was talking about, like, what she did as a child, like, funny stories and stuff, and I was like, oh gosh, I have that one funny story I've never told her. And so I told her about my really silly dating app story, which, I mean, obviously she just thought it was funny and that I was being responsible in the way that I handle things and stuff. Like, because I've always said, never meet up at, like, Exactly, it was really weird. It's like, listen, my logic back then, and I think for the most part still, is that if it really was chocolate, why didn't he just bring it, Like, why didn't he bring it with him along with the tea? I feel like, wouldn't it make more sense to have it with the tea then? So my assumption is that he was up to something. Now, could there have been chocolate involved? Like, maybe there was chocolate, but I'm not gonna take the risk, sorry. Like, I'm okay with meeting up at the library, and my mom also, like, did say that she was happy that I was so responsible with how I did it, like, I went to a public place, he just came to wherever I was anyway, and I didn't go home with him, obviously. Like, yeah, my mom was just like, you know what? I don't even care. I just find it funny that you tried. But I was just embarrassed, I was embarrassed that, like, to tell anyone about it. I never even told my friends that I scored a date on there. Or I guess I don't even know. I don't know if I would. I guess it technically is a date because he did bring the tea. So I guess technically, But when I imagine a date, I imagine more of like a restaurant setting or something like that, so I don't know. Count it as a date if you want, but whatever. I never told my friends about it. I just deleted the app and never looked back. I don't know if he ever messaged me again, and I feel bad for ghosting him. I just didn't know what on earth I should do, because I was young and dumb. Like, I usually don't, like, at this point, I don't ghost people because I feel like ghosting them is just even worse. At least tell them straight up that you're not interested in it anymore. But back then, I was like, oh god, this guy freaked me out. I'm just gonna delete the app and never look back. And I guess I never really did. I don't know if that was a mistake, but at the end of the day, like, he was just being a little bit creepy, so... Yeah. I don't feel bad about deleting the app, but I also feel like I should have probably sent him a message first, like just saying, hey, thanks, but no thanks kind of thing. I don't know. You can always, look back and improve whatever you did as a child, or like, not a child, but like I was young at the time. Yeah, I was like either 17 or 18. I should, for context, mention that in Denmark you are of age for, for sexual activity when you're 16. So there's nothing wrong with, having a dating app downloaded when you're 17 or, or 18. No matter what it is. If he weirded you out, ghosting is fine. You said thanks. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. I mean, I just kind of feel like I should maybe have messaged him as to why I didn't want to talk to him anymore, Just like a little bit of like a, hey, I felt a little bit creeped out. Sorry, I don't really want to interact with you anymore. Because clearly he was looking for something that I wasn't. Like, I just wanted to, go out and, get to know him a little bit. Whereas he seemed to, expect something in the sack after the fact. I think nowadays I would probably have messaged them first and be like, hey, sorry, but you were being a little bit creepy. I would prefer to not see you again, or so, like, sorry, and then just leave, Because at that point, at least I would have explained what was wrong. Even though it should be obvious, it might not have been obvious, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can expect people to know what you're thinking when you haven't said anything. I guess some people are easier to read than others. I get told I'm easy to read all the time, but yeah. Some people might not, read into it at all. I guess one can hope he learned from it. But yeah, oh well. That was my dating app story. Thank God it wasn't like a true horror story. It was just like a little bit creepy at the end. Nothing super crazy. Okay, so now we've filled all this up. Now it's time to schematic it and then see how it looks. Okay, so both of them here, and then I guess we'll just do a right click there and then put the Y up with 1. Dating as a concept just confuses me. See, it confuses me too, but for a different reason. Now, the way that I see it these days is I would rather be with someone who was already a friend of mine. Because then you already kind of know the person. Like, obviously you don't know them in like a dating scenario, right? But you know them as far as like, as far as who they are as a person. My friends, oh, I'm seeing him but we aren't dating. Oh, yeah, I've heard this before. They call it talking. Now, it doesn't make sense. It literally does not make any sense at all. At least I don't think so. I don't think it makes any sense at all. Yeah. They call it the talking stage. Which, I mean, yeah, okay, but aren't you also like talking if you're on a date though? Like, you know what I mean? A bit weird in my opinion, but I don't know. In my opinion, I'm just like, if I am gonna date someone, it's with the intent of like potential marriage, right? Now, I know not everybody looks at dating that way. I completely get it, and I understand why, right? But I don't know. I feel like for me at least, dating someone would be like, oh, I'm going to date this person because I like them, and I could see myself with them for the rest of my life, right? Now, does that mean it'll work out? No, not necessarily. Like, it could just not work out, and, you know, yeah, that's just how it goes, but, you know. But it's one of those things where I would definitely prefer it to be someone that I already knew, because then you don't have those rose-tinted glasses on all the time, and you already kind of know the person, so spotting their mistakes becomes a little bit easier. Or I guess not mistakes, but flaws more. You know, and yeah, I in my opinion, if you love someone, you need to love them with their flaws no matter what. But the thing is, it can be difficult when you're dating because you might have rose-tinted glasses on and you might not spot all those flaws before it's too late. Whereas if you already knew them as a friend, you've probably known them for a while, and you also have seen their flaws before. It's like ideal, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't get going into a relationship without the intent of it being long term. Yeah, and you need to be friends with your partner, so makes sense to me. Yeah, I agree. Like the whole friend zone thing. While it's a thing, I'm sure it's a thing, you know? Yes, I mean friend zoning is a real term, and I bet that there are people out there who are in the friend zone. I think it's totally fair to say, hey, I am currently in the friend zone. But is it really that bad of a thing to be, though? Because I don't know that I think it is, because technically if you're in the friend zone, you're kind of already on your way there, aren't you? Like that might be a bit of a weird statement, right? But it's kind of true, right? It's like, well, if you're friends with them, I mean, clearly you enjoy each other's company then. Not saying that necessarily means a relationship is bound to happen, but like, you know. Why does this look so odd? This looks really odd. Oh, wait, what? I'm super confused about this. Oh, okay, I need to move it in by 2 at least. Oops, that's the wrong button. Schematic placements. Like that. And then let's look over here. Does it match with this? It doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's hard to tell because of this thing right here. I'm super confused by this schematic here. Well, this is the... Wait, hold on. How does it look over here? It does line up with that area. I feel like this doesn't make sense. Yeah, this doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? I think I have to move it out here by a little bit. Potentially. Let's see, area editor. That's not what I need to do. I need to go to placements. I know, I feel like most people who use friend zone are like a guy is feeling entitled to a girl purely because he likes her. It's not mutual. The term gets misused, and now it's a creepy guy expects a girl to get with him just because he wants to be with her. I think, yeah, that does sound right. This is not the right thing I'm looking at, is it? How is this looking? Not good. This looks right-ish. This looks right, I feel like. but then it just doesn't look right with this. This is weird. Why does this go out like that then? This is so strange. My school friends got a bit like that with me, and we went to uni and it was really weird. Yeah, See, the problem for me is not that, you know, it kind of makes the friendship a little bit awkward, right? And it's actually like one of the reasons why I most of the time don't say anything, because I personally feel like I don't want to make things awkward. And yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. What am I even doing here? Am I doing the right? Oh yeah, this is the line I'm supposed to look at. Got it. But I don't know, like, I could also be wrong. Like, obviously, saying nothing doesn't do anything. That just means that, you know, technically you're just not shooting your shot at all, which... Is that worse? Is it better? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really confused as to why this seems so wrong. Because this one wants me to add like a bunch extra to this, which doesn't make sense. But if I move it in, it doesn't fit with this over here. I mean, this doesn't match super well either. What if I moved it over with one? Like, moved it that way. Like that. See, that looks even weirder, but maybe I can just like fix what's wrong and then, you know, accept it the way it is. But this doesn't make sense now, because now this is gonna be extended with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I don't want it extended by 1. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go underneath and like fix things. But this one says that these 2 blocks shouldn't be there, which doesn't make sense. When, I mean, it makes sense with the rest of this stuff, but why is it like that? Is it supposed to be like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, I guess that is right. Guess that part's correct. It's just like the underneath that needs to be fixed up a little. I think that's fine. Execute operation. There we go. Alright, that just means I have to fix a little bit underneath here, which is fine. Oh, before I do that, let's remove the schematic, otherwise this is gonna look horrendous. Oh, and move the area thing. There we go. Now I can work on this stuff. This looks right. That block needs to be replaced. That one needs to be a slab. That's right, this one isn't. But yeah, like, dating is weird in general. Like, I don't know. This is so strange. Why does this look weird? The middle thing is getting weird now because of the schematic stuff here. Guess I'll have to build these down, maybe. This would be 2 on each side, so that would match, and then 1 on each side, and then... this is strange. This is very odd. And then 2. Why is this one weird? I dated one of my friends at school because all our other friends told us we'd be good together. After a while we were like, no, this is weird. Everyone was so confused that we stayed friends after we broke up. Staying friends is the best thing to do, in my opinion. If it's possible, then you definitely should. Like, okay, I have 2 exes, right? Where I'm friends with one of them still. Now, the other one I'm not friends with because, like, I don't see myself being able to be friends with him after what he did. But now I don't want to really talk about it on stream because I feel like I don't want to expose anybody. But it's like, yeah, it was a good 6 months of you both just hanging out. Are we doing the dating right? Is this how one has a relationship? Oh my. Yeah, I kinda get it. I think placing the schematic again is the right call here because this doesn't make much sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes in by 3 and then this is 4 and this is 5. It makes sense up here, but it doesn't make sense for the rest of the area. Like, this looks so wrong. Look how jumbled up it is. Top looks right. Very much the blind leading the blind. I mean, that's fair though. This is strange. It seems like I have to move it by 1. It seems weird to me that these wouldn't line up when I literally copied and used the same thing. Unless... I have an idea. I'm gonna see what happens if I, like, load another one. And then I'm gonna rotate it 3 times. That way it should match up with this, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this. It doesn't match up back here. That's so strange. So it does have to be moved out by 1. But moving it out by 1 doesn't make any sense with this. Okay, let's see how it is if I line this one up. Let's see what happens. Let's see, it needed to be... This is the 2, so it needed to be... I'm gonna leave this marking out for now. Okay, there we go. 5. Wait, no. Like that. Okay. Now I can match this thing up with it. Okay. This is gonna this is gonna be interesting for sure. So this would be the right place. See, this one adds a bunch as well. I'm so incredibly confused by this. Like, look at that. Look at that, it like sticks out, just like with the other one. Maybe... Wait, I just realized a thing. I think what happens is that because this one over here was longer, but I fixed that. I fixed that so that one would have the same length as this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Pretty sure this was fixed though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What about this one down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm incredibly confused. So these don't line up? Wait, seriously? these two don't line up. Oh. It's a complicated copy-paste maneuver indeed. I know what's wrong now, but it doesn't confuse me less. So this does not line up with that over there, which is weird. But let's see. It wants to put one there, but these are 4 and then 5? I'm super confused. So this must be wrong in some way. Well, time to count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3 ones, 2, 2 ones, and then 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. Oh, maybe I just placed it wrong and that's why. I hope that's the case. I hope I placed it wrong. Wait, is it 3? Oh, it's 3, 4, and then 5. That's why. 5, and then it's 14 here. It should be at least. Now over here it is 1, 2, no. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it should match up with this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 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 So that part works too. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be. Let's see. So now this lines up correctly. And then it once again places the 2 here, which looks right. And it doesn't paste anything over here? Well, it does paste it like that. How does it line up in the middle? Looks about right. I mean, this one looks correct to me. But then over here there's issues again. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste the stuff in. And then I'm gonna have to fix things in, like, just like fix it manually, because this doesn't look right at all. But I'm gonna probably have to fix it tomorrow, because this has been quite the long stream. But I do want to just like get this pasted in. Okay, let's rotate this thing. There we go. Rotate it, and then let's line it up. So we're gonna have to like think here a little bit. Let's look at the middle of the Falcon and try and line it up with that. Let's see, how is that looking? I mean, decent. If I move it over by 2 more, then what? Yeah, the middle thing is looking awful now, but we'll look at that at some point. Holy cow, how does this look? Oh god, I definitely need to move it by a few blocks, because this is gonna replace that with air, which doesn't make sense. So it would have to be like this, right? And then, how is the bottom thing looking? Just as awful as the rest of them. Well, if that ain't perfect, I don't know what is. Okay, and then let's remove these. Okay. I mean, I don't know. The top part looks decent. The bottom part looks horrendous now. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell is going on. Why is this so strange? Do I leave it like this for the night, or do I like... Thing is, I'm not gonna be streaming for the next couple of days. Like, my next stream will be on Friday. Oh, it removed these blocks for some reason. Okay, well. Those are easy enough to place again, I guess. I'm gonna leave the marker. I said I would leave the marker, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving the marker for now. But I'm so annoyed with the underside of this. Why does this look so horrible? They don't match at all. Why do they not match at all? Ah! Okay, well, I'm fixing this on Friday. At the very least, when you look at it from over here, circles are complicated. I know that. I know. But like... Okay, well, it looks decent from here, like, at least, you know. I got the right pattern, I suppose, like... I just need to fix this crap. Okay, I need to resist wanting to fix this, and I'm gonna do that on Friday. I'm gonna find someone we can raid. I'm like low-key annoyed though. Not low-key, I am annoyed. Let's see. Where are we going today? Ooh, I see another creative builder online right now. Let me just see here. It says starting soon, but I mean, god damn it, what is it with me and like rating people who are starting soon? Oh, starting in 3.5 minutes. Okay. We can just like chat for 3 minutes and perfect, okay. Alright, so hopefully it'll be easier to see how to fix it when you've had a few days to think about it. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not... Let's be honest here. It isn't the end of the world. It's just that to me, you know, it's a little bit, you know... It's just really annoying because this is such a big, you know, project and stuff. But yeah. Yeah. Kind of, you know. I just have to fix it. It shouldn't be that bad. Like, I feel like, you know, it's not the worst. Like, it could be way worse. It could have ended up way more horrible. At least some of it looks good. Like, if we go, if we just, like, that's not the right, there it is, okay. I was like, hey, woman. Like, this is, like, it's looking pretty good here. It's only in the middle sections for some reason, and then in the intersections over here. Am I too late? I mean, you're a little late, but you are making it to like, the end. I guess you can see the Falcon if you haven't seen it yet. What I'm working on is Cloud City. Yeah, we're just waiting because the one I'm planning to raid isn't actually completely live yet. They're live in like 3 minutes, so I just wanted to talk for a little bit. This is the Millennium Falcon that I built about a year ago. And I am working to build Cloud City at a scale where this right here is the landing pad for the Falcon. And so the Falcon is kind of my scale for the whole build. Which means that, you know, the one you showed me, right? Yes, exactly. So, yeah, I forgot if I showed it to you or not, but yes, this one. And so this right here is the landing pad, and basically this landing pad is attached to a building that has 4 landing pads, and then that's the middle of the city. That building marks the middle of the city, so it's definitely gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be a long-term project that I'm gonna work on. But yeah, I'm currently, if you do !project, you can see the the reference images I'm using. I might add more references down the line, but right now I'm just working on the landing pads and that in the middle building. So I've tried to get the curvature all the way down, but as you can see, me pasting it has done a little bit of trouble. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be working on fixing next time, which is going to be on Friday. So Friday at around 4 p.m. our time, that's when I'll continue this. I usually stream from around like 4 to 6-ish. Today was a longer stream. I kind of just thought I had a lot of fun with this and I wanted to, you know, to continue for a little bit longer. But yeah, we are about to raid someone. And we're actually about to raid someone else who builds creative Minecraft, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, let's do a raid here. And our raid message is going to be the usual one. I should really write this down somewhere. Reminding you to eat your broccoli. Like, instead of having to type it out every time, I should just like copy paste it from somewhere, but yeah. This is the raid message, and if you are not subscribed, you can always use this classic hey emote instead of the broccoli if you want. Just insert the emoji. Get your broccoli at the ready. Exactly. Right? But yeah, let's hop over to Minecraft Architect. They are really cool. They also do creative Minecraft building. I'm sure they can tell you all about it when we get there. Thank you all for joining and watching again today. Have a good one, everyone. Bye. And sorry, Vomit, you always come in right at the end.